And of course, I'm still muted. Sorry about that. Anyway, as I was saying, I was just about to eat, which is why I was wearing this lovely thing that my mother made for me a long time ago. Has all my pens and typewriters and all sorts of fun things because she knows I'm a writer. Anyway, and I looked at my watch and I was like, oh man, it's already almost 2 o'clock. And so I rushed in here real quick. I don't know how I lost track of the time. Yeah, I thought it, for some reason, I thought it was like 1 o'clock still and not 2 o'clock. Yeah, thanks, Tam. Yeah, so yeah, just lost track of the time there. Well, here I am, ready to roll. Um, Lunch will have to wait at least 30 minutes, maybe a little bit more, while we get our session done. Uh, yeah, me and time lately. This month, man, this month has been crazy. And those of you on my email list, if you got my first email, which thankfully didn't go out to many, I had I had an event. I actually double booked myself, so I had to cancel that. And oh man, change everything. My mind has been mostly on just right, and so I've been planning all sorts of things, and somehow things just have been going nuts. So normally, I will admit, normally I'm much more on top of things, but I think it's just because I have so much going on this month, and it's just been kind of a whirlwind. Oh, thank you, Tam, for letting me know. I'm sorry to hear your mother-in-law got sick and you had to take her to the hospital. That's horrible. I hope she's doing okay. Definitely missed your presence, but I totally understand. Life happens, right? And sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. Yeah. So hopefully she's doing better. Feel free to let me know in the chat. I'd love to hear that. I hope she's doing okay. I know it's never fun when a loved one ends up in the hospital. So, oh, I think you of all people understand how I'm feeling, Tam, because like it's been a crazy month, and I'm sure it sounds like you've been having some stuff going on too. So I get it. She's much better today, but we'll go see her later today. Okay, good, good. Well, uh, that's good. I'm glad you're going to have a chance to go check on her and see how she's doing. Oh man, well we missed you, but we're happy you're here this time. We did quite a bit yesterday actually, so I think even though I'm a little hungry, I'm gonna try to push through and get through and try to get going here. I don't know if you had a chance to watch yesterday's session or go through it yourself at your own time. That's neither here nor there. But we did get a lot done yesterday, and kind of what I decided is that I needed to do about 2,000 words a day if I really want to get caught up and meet the 50K goal at the end. Now, regardless of what you actually end up doing, is totally up to you. But I'm going to try to push for that 2,000 words each day till I'm kind of back into a normal range. Let's see. Right now, I'm at 1,871 words per day to the end of the month. Right, so that's quite a it's not quite. I'm going to do about a little less than 200 words more each day. Let me switch over to my desktop view here. I hate it when it does that. Give me a second, guys. Properties. Sometimes I just have to switch it around here. I'm gonna move this over. Sometimes it gets stuck on one thing and doesn't want to do it. Oh, no, not that one. There we go. Yeah, and it just needs to be changed. Okay, now you should be able to see what I'm seeing. Don't know why it does that. Ever since Mac released the new operating system, Sonoma, it's just apps aren't working quite right. And I typically have to upgrade earlier than most. I kind of wish I didn't, but it is what it is. So sometimes you run into little glitches and things like that. But anyway, you can see so far I'm looking pretty good. 8,818 words. I got about, if you look at the writing history, right, yesterday, just under 2,000 words. And today I'm going to try to push that envelope and try to get that 2,000 words, which is going to be tricky. I didn't get to work on anything again this time. Yesterday I did, but today I did not. But hopefully we can still get some stuff done here today and get things looking nice and happy and wonderful. Okay, so let us switch back to the camera view real quick. Let me see if I can also see my chat window. Tam says that you got some writing done this morning, so that's good. Excellent. That is good. Um, Anywhere you can squeeze it in is great. Fine by me. I mean, honestly, like I said, if it weren't for these sessions that we're doing every day, I wouldn't be getting any done. And for me in particular, It's funny. I'm really good at doing just about everything else, but for some reason, when it comes to actually buckling down and doing writing, I tend to rationalize and say, "Hey, I have all this other stuff I need to be doing instead," and it kind of comes out last. Especially since most of my efforts is spent helping other people write, and so finding time to do my own writing can be particularly challenging. And so, anyway, we're here. We're gonna do it. Let's get rolling. I'm gonna get my timer out and synchronize so we can get started here. We got 20 minutes, okay, and then a 5-minute break. And I think, depending on how things are looking, we'll probably try to do one more because last time I did 900 words in a session. Hopefully, I can repeat yesterday's awesome results, even though I'm not quite as together today. And we can do that. I can do that twice, and we can be done after 2 sessions. We'll just see. We'll just see how it goes. So, are you ready? Because here we go. In 3, 2, 1, right. Our timer is up. Sorry. There we go. Hopefully you can hear that. Give me just a second while I wrap a couple things up on my end. I'm just gonna grab it all. I'll stop that there. Almost done. Once again, really got into the writing here and didn't want to stop. Okay, looking good. So let me go ahead and start our 5-minute countdown timer here, and we'll get going. See how we did. Let me also switch over to the chat so I can see that. Oh, good. The scary buzzer is gone. Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah, I need to figure out a better solution for that. Yeah, I had myself muted this time, and I figured it was just it wasn't working. And plus, sometimes I got my lovely daughter in the background crying, so I'm like, yeah, I want to avoid that if I can. I really want to get some music going for you guys so we can have something kind of going on in the background. Even like I said, even just like some background noise or something. Anyway, well, we got 5 minutes to look at how we did. Tam, let me know how you did. Throw me your word count in the chat. I'd love to hear that. Let me look and see how I did. I think I did really well, actually. I finished up a little bit of this scene here from yesterday, the Shard Little Brothers, and I started into this Reckoning chapter. Right now, there's really no rhyme or reason or continuity here. I'm kind of just picking scenes that kind of pop in my head, and I'm just writing them. And not the most effective way to write. I'll admit that. It's going to require a lot of heavy editing down the road at some point. At some point, I'm going to have an actual reckoning, right? Reckoning like I wrote in this chapter here. But let's see how I did. So, wow. 1,214 words. Dang, that's a lot. That's really good. That's I think that's the best I've done in a single session. And so, still not quite that 2,000 words. So I'm going to have to bump that up and do one more session. But we're looking really good. 10,032. And if I do the math, 1,667 times 9, I should be at 15,000. So I'm about 5,000 words behind. But if I get that, let's see, if I do 2,000 words a day, let's just look at 2,000 words a day times 22. That's about 44,000 words, which puts me well over that 50,000 words if I were to continue to do 2,000 words a day. So that's good. That's good. We're making a good start. So, Tam, you got 455 words. That's great. Excellent work. Good job. That's wonderful. 455 words is right where it's at. That's honestly where typically I would mostly do. I'm really buckling down and going for it. And I might add that the quality of what I'm writing is not particularly amazing or anything. It's just like, it's okay. So that's perfect. That's great. I'm glad you got those 455 words. In fact, typically, just so you know, my average in a day, usually average words I write in a day is about 750 words. Typically. So like even me for this, doing this, amount of words each day, 2,000 words a day is kind of way out of my norm. It's way more than I would normally do. And typically when I'm writing those 750 words, I'm aiming for a little bit, I'm a little bit harder on myself. I'm more about quality, more about structure, making sure things are there. I'm not bouncing around as much. And so those tend to be a lot more high quality. But let's take the win. I'm really happy with that 1,214 words there. That's really good. Moving in a good direction, man. I'm not good at math, but 10,000. We got 40, just less than 40,000 words left. If I did that math right, I'm terrible at math. I specifically became a writer so I wouldn't have to do math, and here I am doing math. Yeah, 39,968 words left to write. Woohoo, man! And we're almost halfway. Once we hit that 25,000 word mark, I'm really looking forward to that point where it's like, yes, we're halfway there. And ideally, that should be right at, what do you call it? Right at the 15th, right? The 15th, we should be aiming for that 25,000 mark. But we're getting closer. I mean, if you think about it, the 15th is not that far away. It is right around the corner. I can't believe it. It's just, time is flying. So we're getting there. We're moving there one step at a time, looking good. So in here, I'm going to go ahead and quickly add in a few things while I'm thinking about it. I have in here, let's go to actually show project keywords here. I'm going to delete this. Oh, there we go. And I have Lionel in this chapter. I don't have Lilia, and I added a new character here. We're gonna call it Isolde, and we'll also put in parentheses the Raven. She's also the woman. I'm gonna have to work on that as it stands. That's not gonna be a very searchable thing. So this is just for me to note and use at some point. At some point, I'll probably come and change this to one or both or just one succinct name. That's perfect. No worries, Tim. I just saw your message there. So you gotta have a part at the halfway. Yeah. We're gonna have to have a party at the halfway point. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, that would be fun. Well, I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll have to do something to celebrate when we get to that 25,000 word mark and we get to that 15 days. Then we made it there, man. Honestly, I mean, I'm pretty psyched because this is the furthest I've personally ever made it in a NaNoWriMo. It's I don't know about you, Tam, but or any of you guys out there, when you do like when you say, "Hey, I'm gonna write every day for a month," usually what happens is like everything in life seems to like pile on you, and suddenly it's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do that anymore." But I mean, I have definitely done something like this before, not like intentionally. Like I have written basically every day before, maybe not on the weekends, but definitely weekdays before. And I've written a couple novels in a month, so to speak, just like hard, just doing it not in November. But I've never actually been able to do it successfully in November. Usually holidays, going on Thanksgiving and everything else, and work, and you name it. There's 100 things that come up that just want to just consume your time during this time of year. So snacks, Tam, that's a good idea. Snacks it is. We'll have to get some good snacks and party and have some fun there and do that. So Tam, this is your first NaNoWriMo. Oh, that's exciting. Good for you. I mean that's a good place to be because honestly, most NaNoWriMos, what would happen to me is I would jump on, life would happen, stuff would happen. I'd miss a day, miss a 2 days, and then I'd be like, "What's the point? I don't need to do this." And I didn't understand the spirit of NaNoWriMo, which is yeah, of course, we want to get that 50K, we want to write every day, but hey, if you miss a day, big whoop de doo. Pick it up, try to pick up the slack the next day. Just be part of the experience. Just do it. Just commit and just keep going, no matter what happens. Whatever life throws at you, you just kind of dodge, right? And you work around whatever life gives you and just make the best of it. Okay, well, our timer is up. Let's do one more session since I'm so close to that 2,000 word mark, and I really want to hit that today, and again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, so I can get back on time. Bob and weave, yeah, I like that. Bob and weave, whoo. I need like some graphics coming at me in the streams, just like bobbing and weaving, some arrows and stuff like that. You can just imagine it, right? Whenever I'm writing a fight scene, I write fantasy, right? So I'm always imagining arrows and things coming and attacking my characters and stuff like that. So yeah, I gotta work on that. Anyway, well, let's get rolling here. I'm gonna start the next timer here. We're gonna go 20 more minutes, and we're gonna call it a day. This has been a lot of fun. Yeah, I think today like didn't get to do anything extra, but I think this after this session, probably not after this session, but probably tomorrow morning, I'll have a little bit of time to potentially do some more stuff in here. I really want to read some of these and really start to put together my outline. I had a good like idea for the outline, but I haven't had a chance to literally sit down and just like visualize it. Anyway, well, here we go. I'm going to start the countdown timer in 3 seconds. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, begin. There goes our timer. Just give me a minute while I wrap up here. Okay. There we go. Let's see how we did. Let's switch over to my 5-minute count timer, and this will be our last one. And then we're calling it a day after this. We also pull up my chat so I can see that too. Sorry, sorry, Tim. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for you. But there we go. Looking good. So I got about 2,341 words, okay, for my target. That is well over my target. Oh, man, that's excellent. So even though I wasn't really quite feeling it today, I did pretty well, all things considered. Even better than yesterday when I really was feeling in the groove to write. Let's see here. I also had in here, already had disabled Garrett. Garrett pops up in this scene too, so I'm gonna drop him in there too. Yeah, and there were a few other. I don't think there were any other people in here I needed to deal with, but let me know, Tam. How did you do? I'd like to hear that in the chat and see how things are going there. We still have about 4 minutes here. Woohoo! New record, 959 words, 1,414 words total. Dang, that's really good, Tam. Congratulations. Good. I have found that doing these things together, I don't know about you, but it kind of there's not, I wouldn't call it competitive, but like there is that feeling like, hey, I just saw someone do really well, and I also want to kind of buckle down and do that too. When I'm with my writers group all the time, that's what I'm doing. I'm thinking, hey, how can I? Well, we sometimes we do the writing sprints, right? And then you just kind of want to. They do like you see them doing. They tell you how much they did, and you're like, oh man, I didn't get quite as much as that, and it just makes you want to do more and more and more each time, and it kind of becomes not really competitive, but it's just like fun. I'm working hard to be the best I can be. I love that. I love that. So one thing I was going to show you guys that I do, if you have a writers group, and I encourage you to, if it's that's something that works for you, we use Discord. It's what we use. And so I'm just going to drop in here. One thing I always try to remember to do is post it. So this is a way where while I'm also doing this with you guys, I'm also kind of doing it with them. We just posted in a channel in Discord, and you can do that in Slack. You can do that anywhere you like to. But for a real quick, I'm gonna also just double check and make sure that what I have here, my session target, is actually what I have in my writing history, because the writing history is the most accurate. 2,341. Okay, that's looking good. And how am I doing on my average? Right now, I am averaging in my draft 1,223 words a day. That's great. That means I'm slowly moving up. I want to get to that average of 1,667 words a day. So that's good. I'm moving in the right direction. I'm on my 9th writing day, right? So looking really good here. So I'm going to take that 2,341. And what we do, like I said, we just have a little channel here. It's a NaNoWriMo channel. I come in here and just type in, I'm doing day 9, 2,341 words. It's very unlikely I'll do more today, but if I did, I would just come and edit that and change it. But you can see we've all been doing pretty well so far. It's been a lot of fun. So there we go. Looking good. We got about 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Tam, you said I'll be able to write more later tonight to meet the target. That's good. That's good. Keep it up. You get that done. You're so close. I mean, that's what 1414 minus 1667. That's just 253 words. That's oh man, that's less than a session, right? You could probably write that in 10 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised. So get on that. Get that done. Very proud of the work we've done today. Wherever you are, if you're joining us in post and you're watching this after the fact, and you got a lot of words, congratulations. You got a few words. Just keep on writing. Just keep going. Do it again. And have fun with it. I just want to say I'm really excited. I'm really happy that everyone is working hard and getting their writing done, because that's really what matters here. That's our focus here. Remember, we're focusing on quantity over quality. Get the writing done, get it out there, And most importantly, I hope you're having fun, because that's honestly the point of this to me. It's not just, yeah, it's to get the writing done and to develop the habit, all important things. But if you're not having fun, I don't know why we're doing this, right? That's the whole point. It's just to have some fun, get the writing done, and enjoy it. So, anyway, I'll leave it at that. We're at 24 seconds left. Thank you so much for coming, Tam. Really appreciate you. Hopefully, we'll also see some people coming and watching it in post. Really appreciate that. If you will, please like the if you like the live streams, give it a like for me. Um, yes, Tam, I agree. It is great to see those words on the page. Um, I believe in you. I know we can do this. We're gonna do this. We're going all the way to the end of the month. We're gonna hit those 50,000 words. And even if we don't, we're gonna wherever we're at, we'll have written every day together. So thank you so much for joining me. I will see you all tomorrow, day 10. Woohoo! And we will get some more writing done. See you, Tam. Thank you. See you, everyone.